Every day there's a war being fought. Not between armies, not between nations, but inside your mind. The silent, invisible, and merciless. It's the war between your strength and your weakness, between who you are and who you could be. And most people lose this war long before they realize it's even begun. Niccolò Machiavelli once said, "He who controls his fears controls the world." But what happens when you can't even control your own thoughts? This is the hidden war inside every mind, the psychological battlefield that decides your fate long before life ever does. Lesson 1: The enemy lives within. Your greatest enemy doesn't wear a face. It whispers, it hesitates, convinces you to wait until tomorrow, to stay comfortable, to obey your emotions. This enemy knows your weaknesses because it is you. Carl Jung called it the shadow, the part of the psyche that hides all we refuse to face. Fear, envy, rage, laziness, shame. But Machiavelli would have called it something else. A traitor inside your own castle. He warned, the enemy outside is easy to defeat. The one within, impossible unless exposed. Look around, people sabotage their dreams daily. Not because they lack talent, but because they surrender to the quiet manipulator in their head. The voice that tells them, "You're not ready. It's too risky. Maybe later." That's not reason. That's surrender. The moment you confront that inner traitor, you start winning battles no one else can see. Lesson 2: The battle between emotion and reason. Machiavelli believed power belongs to those who can remain cold when everyone else burns with emotion. He wrote, "Men are driven by two forces, love or fear. The wise man uses both but is ruled by neither." Your emotions are soldiers, useful but dangerous if they mutiny. Anger can protect you or destroy you. Fear can keep you safe or paralyze you. When emotion becomes commander, reason becomes prisoner. That's when people make desperate choices: revenge, regret, submission. The inner war is not about killing emotion. It's about ruling it. The calm leader wins battles because he's not distracted by his own chaos. You must learn to step outside your emotions, even as they roar. To watch them, not obey them. Master your emotions, and the world bends to your silence. Lesson 3: The manipulator in your mind. Machiavelli was accused of teaching manipulation, but his true warning was about being manipulated. Not by others, but by your own mind. Your thoughts deceive you constantly. Cognitive biases, false memories, the illusion of control, all play tricks on perception. Psychologists like Daniel Kahneman describe it as System 1 versus System 2 thinking. The fast, emotional self versus the slow, rational observer. The fast self acts like a reckless general, impulsive, short-sighted, always sure it's right. The rational self must be the strategist, detached, deliberate, disciplined. Every decision is a coup attempt, the manipulator trying to overthrow reason. In this inner kingdom, you are both ruler and rebel. And most people are ruled by their rebels. Your thoughts are not orders. They are tests. Pass them and you rule yourself. Lesson 4: The power of cold observation. Machiavelli studied men as if they were chess pieces, predictable, emotional, weak. He understood something timeless. He who sees without being seen, rules. In the inner war, observation is your greatest weapon. Most people react. Few observe. The man who observes his thoughts without judgment gains control over them. You notice when fear rises and you don't flinch. You sense manipulation and stay silent. You see your impulses and wait. Observation turns chaos into order. In a world of noise, the quiet observer becomes dangerous, because nothing surprises him anymore. Stay silent. Watch. Learn. You'll begin to see what others never do. Lesson 5: The illusion of control. Everyone believes they're in control until life shatters their illusion. Machiavelli warned princes never to depend on luck, yet to respect it. He said, "Fortune controls half of our actions, but leaves the other half to us. Half. That's all you ever get." The inner war is understanding that balance, controlling what you can, and enduring what you can't. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius echoed the same truth centuries later. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Modern life feeds the illusion of control. Every click, every plan, every schedule. But real power is not in controlling outcomes. It's in controlling your response. You can't stop the storm, but you can decide how to stand in it. Power begins where control ends, when you stop fighting the ocean and learn to sail it. Lesson 6: The Mirror of Suffering. Pain is the mirror that shows you who you really are. Machiavelli said hardship reveals a leader's true nature. Adversity reveals virtue. Fortune conceals it. When life hurts, most people retreat. But the rare few use pain as information. Suffering exposes weakness, not to humiliate you, but to sharpen you. Every rejection teaches self-respect. Every betrayal teaches clarity. Every failure builds emotional armor. It's the same reason warriors train in discomfort, because peace teaches nothing. When you stop running from pain, you stop running from growth. Don't numb your pain, translate it. Pain is the proof you're still alive in the war. Lesson 7: The Cost of Self-Delusion. The easiest way to lose the inner war is to lie to yourself. We justify laziness as patience. We call fear realism. We mistake comfort for peace. Machiavelli warned rulers about flattery. But the worst flatterer is the voice in your own head. He wrote, "There is no avoiding war. It can only be postponed to the advantage of others." Avoiding truth is the same. Every postponed confrontation grows stronger in the dark. Your illusions protect your ego but weaken your will. You can't conquer an enemy you pretend doesn't exist. Honesty is brutality, but brutality builds kings. Inside every mind, there's a throne. And every day, that throne is under attack. From emotion, fear, comfort, and illusion. Some protect it. Most surrender it. The war continues, quietly. And the outcome determines everything: success, peace, respect, power. Lesson 8: The Art of Emotional Detachment. The most dangerous man is not the one who feels nothing. It's the one who feels everything, yet remains unmoved. Emotional detachment is not coldness. It's control. It's the ability to watch chaos unfold and still think clearly. Machiavelli said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Why? Because fear commands respect, and respect is born from restraint. When you react to every insult, every provocation, every moment of fear, you become predictable. Predictable minds are easy to control. But when you train yourself to pause before reacting, to breathe, observe, and calculate, you become something else entirely. You become unreadable, unshakable, dangerous. Stay calm when others lose control. That's the moment power changes hands. Lesson 9: The Psychology of Silence. Silence is not emptiness. It's strategy. In the battlefield of the mind, words are often weapons, but silence is a shield. Robert Greene, in the 48 Laws of Power, wrote, "The more you say, the more common you appear." Machiavelli understood this centuries earlier. Rulers who spoke too soon revealed too much. In conversation, silence forces others to fill the void. They reveal their motives, their weaknesses, their insecurities, all while you remain still. Silence creates mystery. Mystery creates power. Try this. Next time you're attacked verbally, say nothing. Let their own words echo back to them. Watch how quickly they lose their footing. Speak less. Observe more. Power grows in the spaces between words. Lesson 10: The Shadow of Comparison. Every mind wages war against one enemy: comparison. We measure ourselves against others constantly: wealth, looks, status, attention. But Machiavelli warned rulers not to envy their allies or imitate their enemies. He knew imitation kills originality, and comparison kills confidence. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Every moment you compare, you abandon that privilege. You hand over your uniqueness to someone else's standard. In psychological warfare, this is called self-sabotage, the slow erosion of identity. You stop fighting for your truth and start living by another man's illusion. The moment you stop comparing, you become impossible to imitate because no one knows. Comparison blinds the warrior. Focus sharpens him. Choose your own battlefield. Lesson 11. The discipline of solitude. Most people fear being alone because silence exposes the truth. In solitude, the noise of distraction fades, and the war inside gets loud. But the strongest minds are forged there. Napoleon spent long hours in isolation before battle, planning every move in silence. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire yet wrote his deepest thoughts alone by candlelight. Solitude is not withdrawal. It's recalibration. It's how a general studies his own map before leading troops to war. Machiavelli himself was exiled from Florence, stripped of power and status. Yet in isolation, he wrote The Prince, the very book that made him immortal. That's what solitude does. It strips away illusion until only strength remains. Seek solitude not to escape the world, but to master it from within. Lesson 12. The cold acceptance of reality. The final battle in the hidden war is against illusion itself, the refusal to see life as it truly is. Machiavelli's realism made him feared. He didn't see the world as good or evil, only as it is. He wrote, "A wise man does at once what a fool does at last." Acceptance is not defeat. It's readiness. You stop wasting energy wishing things were different, and start strategizing with what's real. The world is unfair. People betray. Life tests. And the sooner you accept it, the sooner you start winning. The Stoics called this amor fati, the love of fate. To embrace reality, even when it cuts you, because it shapes you into something indestructible. You cannot control the world, but you can become unbreakable within it. Victory in the unseen war. You will never see the front lines of this war. No banners, no trumpets, only quiet choices made in silence. Every day. When to speak, when to wait, when to fight, when to walk away. The true battle is not about conquering others, it's about conquering yourself. Each lesson is a weapon. Confront your inner enemy. Rule your emotions. Observe without reacting. Detach from illusions. Accept the brutality of truth. Every time you win one of these invisible battles, your life changes in ways the world can't measure. People will sense it, your calm, your presence, your authority, even if they can't explain why. This is what Machiavelli understood centuries ago. The one who masters his own mind never needs to rule others to be powerful, because his kingdom is already his. Rule your mind or it will rule you. Win the war within and the world will follow.